Salutations and welcome, respected, wonderful, the great people of having these 11 worthy divine individualities, Vyaktitva of Lokaseva, Dharmasthapana, Viraga, Shishyas of the Gurus, Bhaktas of the God, Jignasu and the Mumukshu, as well as the Sadhaka, Shrota, then having the Utsaha, having the Nirantarata in Prayatna. Such way, let us salute to Parabrahma Tattva ask to reveal. Salute to our Ishtadevata Ishvara asking to remove all obstacles. Saluting to the Adiparashakti Jagannmata to bless us with positive Prakriti. Saluting all Devata Ganas to bless us with that beautiful continuous flow of abilities, capacities, energies. Salutations let us offer to the Guru Tattva, the Guru Parampara, the Swaguru, and our Acharyas to keep on guiding us with their love and compassion. May Shruti Mata too should not leave us, bless us with the opportunity as well as ability to go through the Shastras of Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Santavangmaya all the time. Friends, welcome in this evening class for that matter through all the classes of all Shastras which we are having every day, morning and evening, the beautiful few tapasyas which we are able to do by the grace of the divine are first able to give time to the Lord, to our own self, which itself is a great, great beginning. Then we are giving our mind also to the Lord to whatever the extent we are able to do. Then one of the or profoundest of the Shastras we are getting a chance to expose to and study. For because of that, how the life has to be lived, what for the life has to be lived, that great information which otherwise nowhere else will be available in the mundane materialistic world. We are blessed with those precious diamond jewel like knowledge and wisdom. And also the impossible tasks of removing our impurities from the heart, replacing them with the jnana, with the bhakti, with the viveka, with the vairagya, even though may not be to a great extent, but little by little, because of these blessings of these classes, by attending regularly, we are helping. And in the class, the Guru Parampara is there. In the class, the Shruti Parampara is there. In the Satsanga, the Devatas also are there. So we are, because of their presence, are touched, blessed by them when we are regular to these Satsangas. Then to our life in its entirety, solutions to every of the problems, prevention to every of the problems. Then the strongest of the anchor, not to get flooded away in wrongdoings and suffer, we are getting. Not one, not two, so many things. By this, how great, grand, glorious is our Sanatana Dharma, we are getting an idea. How loving, compassionate are our ancient Rishi Muni, and how great they are in their vision, in their understanding, in their experience, and in their guidance to us. So the Shruti Guru Rishi Mahatmya, that also we are coming to know. More than all, through these all the Shastras of Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa, The faith in us that Paramatma is there, Nirguna and Saguna. Faith is that we can achieve Him and get moksha. These again basic things without which we can't be on the spiritual path for the right goal would have not been there. All those shraddhas also we are getting. You know? When you read the Bhagavata, how many stories of bhaktas? Don't they inspire? Do they not inspire us to become bhakta with faith that the Lord is there to bless us? You know, when we read the Adhyatma Ramayana, throughout Rama's journey, how many Rishimunis he met, how many of the other bhaktas came, what an amount of beautiful interactions happened. All that shows that if we are also on the path, spiritual track, spiritual, we keep on meeting Mahatmas, we keep on getting blessings by the Devatas, we keep on unfolding our true pure self, and we thus get rid of the bondage created by the not self, the samsara created by the not self. As we continue the crystalline clear picture regarding why and how Parabrahma alone is real and we are that, and other than him everything is only a play, a mithya, a maya, a thing which is not there either to give sukha or to give dukkha. These sublime truths we slowly will know, like the snake is not there to give dukkha with its biting to a person who is afraid of the snake, nor the snake can give sukha to be caught and trained and played by the snake charmer. What is there is the rope alone. So too, what is there is the pure, infinite, blissful Brahman alone. Whole world with all its seeming goodness, seeming badness, like in the dream of ours. We have seen good places, bad places. We have seen good objects, bad objects. We have seen good times, bad times. We have had good experiences, bad experiences. We had good people, bad people. Both of them, when we wake up, don't we know that both of them were of no presence to create any influence or give any of the by bondage either of them. In the same way, when the reality is discovered, every of the Dvandva, Dvaita gets dissolved. All these sublime realities, truths come to our heart, not so immediately, but as we keep on continuing our Adhyanam. If we continue the Vedanta Adhyanam, these knowledges are revealed. If we continue studying the Bhakti Shastra Dhenam, the Bhagavan Mahima, Bhagavan's Guna, Krupa, Shakti, having understood them, we also tend to try to and achieve to become the great Bhaktas of God. When we study the Dharma Shastras, the need and beauty of life of Dharma, the beauty of the duties we come to know. When we study the Yajna Upasana Shastras, they teach us how to do all those prakriyas. And the Yoga Darshana Shastras, when we study in that, how our own beautiful greatest asset, Chitta, which we made a liability by misguiding it, all those things are known, and we also will be trained as to how the Chitta is purified and used for the higher purpose and transcended to reach that tattva. So many shastras are there in front of us. Keep on studying them. Keeping all that in mind only, in Sanatana Dharma, the Shastra Jnana Prachara Parampara eternally goes on. How much ever the world becomes modern in the Western language or comes to Kali Yuga in our Sanatana Dharma language, whatever happens, but this Prachara of moksha giving Shastra Jnana will never end. We, when we have done what? Upasana, puja, prarthana, we don't know that the God Guru is kind on us. That every day, not only we are having these classes happening, but also some willingness, some convenience Bhagavan is giving us so that we could attend. So it's beautiful, it's wonderful. It is only the lack of right thinking and vairagya for the world that the world pulls us towards it. Therefore, such a nectarine sweet spirituality sometimes appears heavy, loud, bitter, pungent, etc. If those abnormalities or the unwanted things, when they are eliminated, means proper viveka and vairagya, when the raga dveshadi to the world of things, beings, experiences is totally given up, this is a heaven only. The spiritual life of wanting to know and trying to know and know the truth. The spiritual life of wanting to be and trying to be and becoming the devotee of Bhagavan. क्या मजा क्या आनंद है इसमें. The pure nectarine, immaculate bliss and ananda. Not like the world where the reflected pleasure happiness that also endowed with so many of struggles, efforts, and not only definitely the fear of losing it, but definitely the misery of losing also is the disorder of the worldliness. None of those things are there in this spirituality. In the world samsara, everything will be there, but not the sought bliss or happiness. But in spirituality, nothing will be there but that which we seek, called as the bliss, called as the freedom, called as the infinitude, called as the limitlessness, called as the bondage will be miserylessness. That will be there. If this clicks to us and we decide to be on the path of Adhyatmikata and pursue the Shastra Adhenam and seek Margadarshanam for our respected, revered, kind, compassionate gurus and be only on that path. And while doing so, whatever the inner and outer kachra will be there, obstructions, they keep on surfacing. And when we go on washing them off, cleansing them off, and become so pure in our heart, in our bhakti to the Margadarshakas, and in our Shraddha to the Marga, and in our commitment in walking that path or Marga. Nothing like that. May we all be very soon, immediately, fully blessed in this regard. Rather, we are already being blessed by the divine. May we continue, may we seek, may we pray for, may we deserve, and may we receive these blessings and make full use of them. Let such great Mahatmas, their guidance be the guidance to us. Not let us not be misguided by any of the opposite negative ways by anything or any being. Hmm. Let us not be led by the blind people to fall into the ditch of samsara. Let us with open eyes follow those eyes opened Mahatmas who are by throwing bright brilliant light are making our paths so clear for the ultimate. Now here we are in Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana, first Vairagya Prakarana, 17th Sarga, Sri Rama teaching us as to how to think and contemplate and discover the inner Shatrus in us who are troubling. The topic now under discussion is the Shatru of Trishna, the Raga, the Kamana, the Chinta. For that he is explaining. They're nothing but thought modifications in the chitta entertained out of ignorance, and that is the cause of perennial eternal misery. It is bringing to our notice. See the contrast picture between what happens in the Kali Yuga now and what Sri Rama's observations. In the Kali Yuga, the interest, the desire, inclination for the bhoga is being enhanced and increased by as many as possible means possible, as many as the means that are possible, by which our antakarna becomes so impure and involving in all adharmic ways of life, how much ashanti we bring to ourselves. Now, see in Rama's case, at that age of 15, 16, only he is guiding us in Viveka and guiding us in Vairagya, thus helping us in gaining purity and prashanti inside, along with it, the qualification to focus and realize the ultimate truth. शास्त्र नहीं पढ़ने से धीरे धीरे इंडिविजुअल और टोटल में कलयुग आ जाता है. शास्त्र पढ़ते रहने से धीरे धीरे इंडिविजुअल में टोटल में द्वापर त्रेता और सत्य युग आता है. सुन लो आप क्या करना चाहते. जिंदगी अपना है, सवारे या बिगाड़े. एवरी अदर पर्सन इज सेकेंडरी. और सेकंड रीजन, फर्स्ट एंड प्राइमरी रीजन आर वी. To fully destroy us when we are willing, knowingly, unknowingly, every resource is there in the world outside. So too, to fully construct, create, beautify, divinize, liberate our personalities, all things that are required in the world are very much available. मंदिर है आपको दुनिया में जाकर तारने को, और दूसरे भी जगह है जहाँ कर अपने आप को नाश कर सकते हैं. साधु संत आर देयर फॉर अस टू मीट एंड बी ब्लेस्ड. Dushtas also are there to misguide us. Satsangas also are there, Dusangas also are there in this world. They are always there, even now. It is we who have to choose. It is in our interest. No, after receiving this guidance of Shastras and using it properly, let us not allow anything inner and outer to misguide and take us away from the dharma moksha, the fulfilling things, towards the artha kama, the destroying things. First of all, after all, it is our life. As we studied in now the Shivananda Lahari, before that in Shiva, Bhujanga Prayata, Vishnu everywhere we saw, when we leave the body, when the Yamadutas घसीट के हमको ले जाएंगे on the path of thorns and stones and marsh and mud, nobody will be there. Those depending on whom, or misguided by whom, or for the favors of whom we have lived a wretched life of adharma, dushtata and papa, then none of them will be there to help us, guide us there. Even if they are there, they too will be in the same position of dukkha and bandhana like us, or we are like them. How can they help us? है ना, दो चोर जब पकड़े जाते तो कैसे एक दूसरे को हेल्प करेगा. और दोनों ने एक दूसरे से सलाह मशवरा करके चोरी की और पकड़े गए. All that whole things when we remember, no, then the buddhi ka bandha kalptala will open and it thinks correctly, decides correctly. The correct right thinking and decision is my life's every moment and energy is dedicated only for sadhana. And O Lord, O Guru, like in Shivananda Lahari, as Bhagavan Adi Shankara is praying to the Lord Shiva, we also pray that let them make our marga very clear in our understanding, that not even one moment we are missing to walk on the path. Let us enjoy this. Some more shlokas of 17th Sarga. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsa Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Vadavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatāh Sarva Vedantāh Tān Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Apadam Abhartarandatāram Sarva Sampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham. Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Pujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmiki Munisimhasya Kavita Vanacharinah शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिम्। ॐ यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधा नीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणादविमतः स्वर्गोऽपि कारागृहम् यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। यस्यार्षं प्रथिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् सिसृक्षुर्जगतो तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं दवस्य मुकुटालङ्कार चिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात् यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगत् आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। ओम परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो परब्रह्मणे आदिपराशक्ति मात्रे नमः। संकल्पः श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव भरद्वाजादि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणेतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शन अनुग्रह अनुभूति प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां भक्तियोग वेदान्तादि मोक्षमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थान जागरण समस्त विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां महानुभावानां श्रेयोभिलाषिणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां भक्तानां सेवक साधक उपासकानां पूर्ण आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रु विघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापना कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव मंदिर कृष्ण मंदिरादि समस्त मंदिराणां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु सर्वेषु निरंतर सत्संग शास्त्र अध्ययन उपासना यज्ञादीनां निर्वहण द्वारा समस्त विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रचार द्वारा विश्व क्षेम कल्याणार्थं च अनेक शास्त्राणां अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री वाल्मीकि ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद् वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणं प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्य प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथा आकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यो भासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम अथ सप्तदशः सर्गः। श्रीराम उवाच। Friends, we are into the shloka number Narayana 13th tak we have seen. Once more that one we will see. About Trishna we are being taught very consciously, carefully. Let us try to listen and really, as guided by the Rama, understand in how many ways this Trishna, the desire, the sankalpa for anything in the world, binds us, troubles us, limits us, chokes us, puts us into all troubles. 13th mantra is Jada Samsargini Trishna Krutordhvadhogamagama Shubdha Grantimati Nityam Araghatta Agrarajjuvatu. Araghatta Agrarajjuvatu. Hmm. Like the Rajju puts down the Araghatta into the depth of the rivers or wells, and again this Rajju pulls up that water container with which we bring the water from the well for our own use or for the fields. So that Araghatta is you and I. Trishna is this Rajju Saman. Okay. What are the 4-5 things this Trishna is doing? 1. Jada Samsargini. This Trishna always puts us in touch with the Jada. The two Jadas are inside Jadata is Ajnana, outside Jada is the Jada Vastus. Everything Anatma is Jada. Therefore, Jada Samsargani is Anatma Samsargani. Jada Samsargani is equal to Jada Vastu Samsargani. Jada Samsargani is equal to Avidya Samsargani. Means this Narayana, Trishna puts us always in Samsarga with Jada, not Chaitanya, with Avidya, not Vidya, with the, what I say, Vastus and not Paramatma. इज द मीनिंग ऑफ जड़ों के साथ जड़ के साथ हमारा संसर्ग कराती है तृष्णा जड़ संसर्गिणी ओके सेकंड वन इज व्हाट कृता ऊर्ध्व अधोगम अगम आगम कृत कृतोर्ध्वाधोगम आगम कृत ऊर्ध्व अधोगम आगम बिकॉज ऑफ दिस तृष्णा ओनली वी डू द पुण्यम then we are urdhvagami for some time. That is over. Shine Punye Martya Lokavishanti. And having come here for some time, we do the Papa Ityadi. Because of this Adhogama, we go back to the lower lives of animals, etc. It is Trishna pushing us to do Punya Papa and taking us up and down, not allowing us to go beyond all these worlds into the realm of reality. Isn't it? Trishna is common for the Jada Samsargini outer things. Sometimes when we are wise to fulfill that Trishna, we do Punya Karma, good karma, Swarga. And many a times we do Papa because we want the result quickly. That time Adhogama, we are taken down. Okay. So Jada Samsargini, Kruta, Urdhva, Adhogama. Third one is what? Kshubdha. Kshubdha means Hamesha it puts us in the Kshobha. You know, like Lubdhasya Bhava, Lobha. Kshubdhasya Bhava, Kshobha. So Kshubdha means Kshobha mein rakhti hai. Here the Kshobha is tensions, worries, anxieties as to how that Trishna has to be fulfilled. And whatever karma is done, waiting for the result, another Kshobha. When the result comes, many a times, what we expect, उतना आता ही नहीं. 90% मार्क्स एक्सपेक्ट किया, 60 आ गए क्योंकि तुमने लिखा 60 का ही. When what we expect or want, exactly when it doesn't come, no, the kshobha is so much. Depending on the things, that kshobha continues for a long time. है ना, जो नौकरी मैं चाहता हूँ नहीं मिला, जिस जगह पे मुझे रहना चाहिए था वहाँ नहीं रह रहा हूँ, जिस तरह के पत्नी और पति एक्सपेक्टेड वांटेड नहीं मिले, जिस तरह बच्चे हमने चाहा वैसे वाले नहीं मिले, and we have terrible relatives, brothers, sisters, neighbors. When they are all our karma phala only, not conducive to us, and we have to jello with them long time throughout life. That shobha is very painful. Like sometime when you travel, you get that bad company next to you. That shobha till that whole journey is over is nobody can explain it. Then the other shobha is the bhaya, that trishna or the desired object goes away, sukha goes away. इन दीज मेनी वेज क्षुब्ध करती है हमारे चित्त को ये तृष्णा. And once we become a little wiser, this trishna alone is the one forced by which when we did something wrong, the regrets and guilts, that self defamation, those things will be there. क्षुब्ध कहते हैं उसको. तृष्णा हमको ना क्षुब्धता में ले जाती है, क्षोभ देती है हमको. नो समटाइम्स हम देखो बड़े बड़े हस्तियां, हम ऊपर से भी सी देम, they are बड़े हस्ती, but the crimes they have done, the investigations that are happening on them, the ACBs, the CBIs, the interrogation done for hours together, and that humiliation they feel inside and from the neighborhood, that kshoba. ये सब तृष्णा से हुआ. तृष्णा for power, तृष्णा for money, तृष्णा because of favoritism, doing all पाप. बाप रे, याद करते ही डर लगता है. सो जड़ संसर्गिणी ऊर्ध्वोधा, देन कृतोर्ध्वा कृत ऊर्ध्व अधमागमा, थर्ड इज क्षुब्धा, क्षोभित करती है, याद रखो. The person who is Trishna Rahita, the peace and joy he has got. And Trishna Yukta Vyakti, how many days, nights is without chain, without need. Trishna. जितने number of Trishnas we have, जितना deep Trishna we have, to that extent we will be Kshubdha. And I remember those days of searching for Naukri or searching for the life partner, the Trishna, the tension leading to that Kshobha. Shubdha. Then next one, Granthimati. This Trishna is the one which brings the Granthis and ties us down. The Avidya Kama Karma, the Vedanta Granthi, in the same way, it ties us down to the Kami. It makes us the desirer. Then it makes us the Karta. It makes us the Bhokta. Then it makes the formation of the Vasanas in us. All of them are the KNOT knots tying us down. As a pure reality and self, am I a desiring person, Kami? Not possible. Am I a karma karta? Never possible. Am I the phala bhokta? Never possible. Am I the one having the vasanas? No. But to that me, pure self, is this not the Trishna making so many knots, KNOTs? मुझे कर्ता बना रहा है बाबा, मेरे को कर्म फल का इंतजार करा रहा है. ग्रंथि फल का भोक्ता बना रहा है. फोर्स्ड वासना निर्माण. ग्रंथिमति, क्षुद्धा ग्रंथिमति. देन कि नित्यम आरघट्ट अग्र रज्जुवत. वी आर द आरघट्ट, तृष्णा इज द रज्जु. आरघट्ट मीन्स कोई बाल्टी बकेट जो रस्सी से बांधकर नीचे डालते पानी खींचने को. जड़ संसर्गिणी कृत ऊर्ध्व अधोगमा अध अगमया, then क्षुब्धा granthimati. These are the four things Trishna does. Therefore, close eyes, look into the heart. Other than desire for Paramatma, which we are so beautifully studying in our next text in Hindi, the Shivananda Lahari. Other than that, for nothing, forget about Gardhiya or Trishna, even desire, even sankalpa also we should not allow. Can we live life that like that in a dignified manner? Just like you have a son or daughter or servants, thousand trishnas they have and they come to you. How you get disturbed? In the other picture, you have such a wonderful, great son and daughters. Whatever you give, they say, Papa, nahi chahiye. We are happy with minimum. When they are free from Trishna, how much love you have for them. How much they also are free in the heart. मजा आता है कि ना जिंदगी. Learn from those examples. Let us not have Trishna for the bhoga and therefore kamana for the vastu and vishayas, vyaktis which give that bhoga. Let us learn the art of reveling in bhakti, jnana in these things. So, jada samsargini trishna krutodhvadho gama gama kshubdha granthimati nityam always. If you are not finding it and subduing it, nityam this will be there. Aragatta agra rajjuvat. This is one mantra. Now, I have explained the meaning, left for us to think, contemplate. It's a big text of Bhakti Hazar Shlok, and this is not the last text we have to study. So many I have to study, therefore I can't explain more than this. Though I can, but time. Next, 14th. Antargrathitaya dehe sarva duschedaya naya rajvenashu balivardaha trushnaya vahyate janaha. Aha, what a great explanation. Sloka. Antargrathitaya dehe sarva duschedaya naya rajvenashu balivardaha trushnaya vahyate janaha. So, Janaha Vahyate. Janaha Trushnaya Vahyate. So, because of the Trishna, the people are carrying the heavy load. Because of the Trishna, people are carrying the heavy loads. What are the heavy loads? Loads of Kamana, loads of Aneka Punya Papa Karma, and loads of the result of that in the form of these worldly results and the other worldly results, good or bad. दिस इज अ भोज जिसको हम ढो रहे हैं. एंड द एग्जाम्पल इज व्हाट कि रज्वेन आशु बलिवर्तः. So Balivarta is a bull. That bull word the English fellow took from Balivarta, Sanskrit word only. Lord Shiva is the rider of the bull. Balivardhayanam Shivam Shankaram Shambhumishanamide. So Balivarda भगवान शिव जी का वाहन है. अभी आएगा आज के निज कलस्य मोक्षस्य ककुदी. So Balivarda is bull. See how close the words are. Balivarda, the bull, he is tied with that nose पे नोज में जो रस्सी बांध कर ना उसको पीछे से पकड़ते हैं. The one who is driving the bullock cart, and then take left, take right, go forward, रुको, पीछे मुड़ो, or increase the speed, reduce the speed, or the stop. In how many ways that bull is not independent and has to obey the orders of the one who is holding that rope which is put in its nose. And then behind that person who is driving that bullock cart, in the cart behind, see the amount of the load. बड़े बड़े ईट लगाते हैं या मिट्टी ले जाते हैं या सरिया लगाते हैं, मे बी वेजिटेबल्स, इवन समटाइम द पीपल सिट दैट. See the scene of it? That bull is carrying the heavy load of all that is kept in the cart, controlled by that man, with the nose, put it in its nose. We are also like Balivardha, the bull, put in the nose. And this nose of Trishna, we are carrying the loads of the karma phalas of this world and that world. What we are going through in our life, of which we are not satisfied, of which we are miserable, they are all the karma phala. Maybe it is in the form of husband or wife, even parents or children, brothers, sisters, friends, neighbors, colleagues. कितने लोगों का से हमको दुख मिल रहा है ना, उसको डो रहे हैं हम. Sometimes sukha also. But both are the heavy loads we are carrying like the bull. And which is the one which is making us compulsory to carry them? The Trishna which we have put it in the nose. Why it is so? Once that nose is removed from the nose, it is free from that pain and all. So it can run. It can be independent. Nobody can control it. बट उसको पता है आदमी को कि ये नाक में रस्सी डालो तो इसको कंट्रोल कर सकते, इसलिए ही डज इट. दैट एग्जाम्पल इज टेकन हियर. बलिवर्धया रज्वेनाशु बलिवर्धः तृष्णया वाह्यते जनः. The people are, all of us are carrying various loads of life, like the buffalo or bulls tied down with the rope of Trishna. See the comparison, see the perfection in that example. And he says, where is this Trishna Rasi? Antargrathitaya Dehe. In this body, when we are living, Antaha means in our own Antaranga, Antakarana, up to the Hridaya level, this Trishna Rasi is there. In the Hridaya, they are there in the form of vasanas. And in the Chitta, it comes as Trishna, Gardhi, and Kamana. Antargratitaya, Trishnaya, Janaha, Vahyate. Example, Rajvena, Ashu, Balivarta. And one more thing about this rope. If it is simple rope which is pulled and it is broken, easily that bull can break it and go. Like with ordinary uh, threads made of the jute. If you try down the elephant, it will pull it and break ho jayega. That is why heavy chains they tie it, iron chains, which the hathi cannot break. Here also, this Trishna, which is antargrathita, in the form of vasana, in the hridaya, form of the kamana, krishna, gurdhi, etc., at the antakarana level and in the body level as action, they are sarva duschedaya anaya trishnaya. Sarva duschedaya. Sarva means sarva prayatnena duscheda. How many ever of efforts you put to, easily that rassi cannot be chedita, cut asunder. इतना strong है वो. Sarva duschedaya. Here one thing we can add, therefore it is only the Bhagavan's Kripa will help us in removing this Trishna Rasi and free us from being a bull to carry the load of karma phalas. But that Kripa will come only when we pray. And when we are praying to the Lord, are we praying to Him for the removal of the Trishna or for fulfilling the Trishna and strengthening them? There our intelligence is tested. Many of us worship God and ask Him only to strengthen the Trishna nose. Bhagavan is saying Tatastu. One or two intelligent ones are the ones who, through study of the Shastras, who understood this Chintha, Kamana, Trishna are the binding ones. He say, Bhagavan, no, only one desire is left, that is, remove all the desires and Trishnas. The moment Bhagavan says that Astu, that Chanchalata, that Rajoguna of the Mana, just become Shanta. The moment the mind is Shanta, because Trishna Kamana has removed, the bottom में जो परमात्मा तत्व है ऐसा फ्लैश हो जाता है, अरे I am to that self, infinite, blissful, all pervading, one without second, birthless, changeless, modificationless, old ageless, deathless, eternal, immutable, immortal self. That will click in the mana is shant. You know that shloka Vajagovindam? Satsangatve nisangatvam, nisangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, निश्चल जीवन मुक्ति. निश्चल तत्व में दो अर्थ होते हैं. एक चित्त रूपी तत्व निश्चल हो गया, उस कारण जो तत्व जो निश्चल है हमेशा आत्मा रूप का, दैट विल बी सरफेसिंग और एक्सपीरियंस्ड. दैट्स कॉल्ड जीवन मुक्ति. गुड श्लोका ना. अंतर्ग्रथितया देहे सर्वदुश्छेदया नया रज्वेन आशु बलिवर्धः तृष्णया वाह्यते जनः. Because of Trishna Rasi, people are carrying the loads, heavy loads. Let us drop Trishna and get unloaded of all heavinesses of कामना कर्म कर्म फल इत्यादि. काय की है इस जरूरत? कुछ नहीं चाहिए. Just be with the self in that place. बाप रे. When we think our own life, how many desires and to fulfill them, how many activities and attachments to how many things and beings, dependencies on them, slaveries, manipulations, gathering the resources, spending the burning nights of so many to plan for it. क्या पाने के लिए ऐसे थोड़ा सा सुख वो भी गया, उसके लिए लालच बढ़ता. And remember, all this process blindfolds us to the truth. That will be our subsequent slokas. Okay. Now, what is the Trishna? What for the Trishna? How practically we are Trishita about what for what? Said in the next sloka, Pandra. Putra Mitra Kalatradi Trishnaya Nitya Krishtaya Kage Shiva Kiratya Idam Jalam Lokeshu Rachyate. Putra Mitra Kalatradi Trishnaya Nitya Krishtaya Kage Shiva Kiratya Idam Jalam Lokeshu Rachyate. What a beautiful example. First example, then the thought. Very good, no? Every point के लिए एक example. Bhagwan is a giving. Here the example is Khageshu iva kiratya idam jalam. Okay, kiratya, kirati. Kirati is female uh, hunter. Kirati. Kirata's wife is Kirati. Trishna being feminine, कंपेयर करने के लिए उसको किरात के जगह किराती का एग्जाम्पल दिया उन्होंने. Because their family does that only. So kirati, what it does, khageshu iva, to catch the khaga, the birds. Jalam, how the jala snare net rachete, she does the rachana of that. So kirati jalam rachete khageshu. Khageshu means for catching the birds. Kirati is the female kirata, the bird hunter or hunter vyadha. So Khageshiva Kiratya Jalam Rachite. In the same way, here Kirati is called Trishna. Trishna is the Kirati. Our birds are I and you. We are. I am the bird in my life. And what is the Jalam? थोड़ा ही सुनने में डर लगता है या अच्छा नहीं लगता, लेकिन सुनो. What is the Jala in which Trishna Kirati puts us and ties us down? कौन सा जाल फैलती है, फेरती है, बनाती है? The Trishna named Kirati, Putra Mitra Kalatradi. Putra Mitra Kalatra Adi. First Putra, Mitra, Kalatra, Bandhu, then other Jana, then our attachment to them, then to make them happy, because in their happiness we are happy. We run for the money. By every means we earn the money. All of that is Jala. And like a panchi caught up in that snare, इस जाल में फंसकर दिन भर रात भर तड़प 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 तड़प. Like you see the bird तड़पता है snare में, losing that freedom. We are all. कोई बंदा पुत्र में तड़प रहा है, कोई मित्र में तड़प रहा है, कोई कलत्र में, somebody is in other relation, and for making them happy, some are the other objects. Money. That is why Nitya Krishtaya. Nitya Krishta. That Kirati, so one day she may take leave. She may not put the snare net to catch the birds. But the Trishna fellow, Trishna Kirati, तो any one of the jala हमेशा फेंक के ही रखता है. नित्य कृष्टा हमेशा हो. Or we are always being tied on in that jala and carried. That Kirati, when she catches birds, Not that she takes the birds and loves them and उसको खाना खिलाया फल खिलाया फारगेट आवड़ उसको मार डाल के खा लेते हो. In the same way, the Drishna having ties us down kills us only as a minimum human being. Kills us from being a spiritual seeker. हमारे अंदर के जो 11 आइडेंटिटीज जो रोज हम बात करते हैं ना, ये तृष्णा इन सबको मार देता है. श्रोता तृष्णा के कारण मर गया, भक्त मर गया, जिज्ञासु मर गया, मुमुक्षु मर गया, शिष्य डेड by this Trishna. Are we not bunking our classes, studies, sadhanas, Guru Sevas, Ishvara Smaranas? Who is killing those identities, sacred identities in us? Is not the Trishna for Nidra, for the Bhoga, for the Vyakti, whatever it may be. Trishna is common. In what way it expresses? Everyone. No two people are caught up in same thing, and no people in the world are there without being caught up in something or the other. दो बंदे एक ही कामना से बंधे नहीं, लाइक आपका कामना मेरा कामना अलग है, लेकिन आप और हम दोनों कोई ना कोई कामना से बंधे हैं. My कामना is study shastra, talk on this, and I am frustrated in that. Not that everything joyful to shout 7-8 hours. Really, each shloka and each example. So, putra mitra kalatradi jalam trishna lokeshu rachyate nitya krishnaya. Example, khageshu kiratya idam jalam. Isn't it? Think about it cool. Sharira sukha, that sukha, this sukha we want. है ना, पत्नी और पति सुख, then सुख from children, पप्पा. दैट एक वो आवाज सुनने के लिए कितने तरस के जब रियली बोलता है, याद करते हैं एक्चुअली, यू आर पापा, यू आर नॉट पुण्य. ये पापा एंड टीयर्स इन द आई, सेंटिमेंटल इमोशनल, गयो बांध के उस जाल में फंस गए. यू रिमेंबर दैट स्टोरी ऑफ आत्मदेव in Srimad Bhagavatam Mahatmyam of Padma Purana. When he wanted the child, he goes, because not getting child, to the forest. That sannyasi meets him. सन्यासी 7 जन्म तक बच्चे बच्चे नहीं तुम्हारा, बस आ जाओ सन्यास ले आओ, साधना करेंगे. You know what he says? Sannyasi shushka, when the house is filled with putra, so wonderful it is. He just justifies and forces the sannyasi. Blackmails as if. सन्यासी ठीक है, अपने तपस शक्ति से बेचारा, he gives a fruit. जाओ दो अपने पत्नी को. दैट धुंधुली stupid woman, he never eats it. गाय को खिलाती. गोकर्ण is born there. But to them, that sister's son, the Dhundukari, adopted fellow, original son nahi hai. But how much havoc it creates, he creates, till that man realizes, अरे भगवान बचाओ मेरे को. How much hangama that Dhundukari does, beats both of them. Dhunduli, this Atmadev finally gets the Atma Jnanam from Gokarna, Bhagavata Jnanam. He gets moksha. The Dhunduli falls in a well and dies. The Dhundugari go, all those 5 Vaishyas, मुंह में अंगारे डालकर गला घोटकर मारते. That's why he becomes Pishacha. Then Gokarna gives Bhagavatam, he also gets later on. But that justification and then the insistence and the dukkha. Swalpa sukha and ananta lagatar dukkha. Lot of punya prarthana you do. Then by that, God's grace, good wife or husband, children, they come. But wo bhi bandhan hai na? That won't allow you for spirituality. अल्टीमेट मोक्ष तो नहीं होगा. And another dangerous thing which you may not like it, कि when we are entangled with people, no, their prarabdha also touches us. उसको कहते हैं ना परस्पर प्रारब्ध. मेरा व्यष्टि से प्रारब्ध होता है, समष्टि प्रारब्ध होता है, म्यूचुअल प्रारब्ध भी होता है. Yeah, like somebody, their father died. Many people are, their fathers are dying. Do I worry? No, but someone whom I regard as my friend, उसका फादर मर गया तो आई ऑल्सो क्राई और फील बैड. वाई? बिकॉज सब म्यूचुअल हो गया प्रारब्ध. दो अदरवाइज आई एम ए फ्री बर्ड. नो. सोचो. पुत्र मित्र कलत्रादि तृष्णया नित्यकृष्टया खगेशिव किरात्या इदम जालम लोकेशु तृष्णा रच्यते. बाप रे, जाल है सब. बाहर आ जाओ. नया में मत फंसना. जोक बोलता हूँ मैं, बहुत दिन हो गए ना. Joke matlab not a explanation. Nowadays, once the online classes started, we have missed all our natural instinct of humor, everything which we had for so many years earlier. You know, that girl saying to the father, Papa, I want to marry an intelligent man. Then the father says, Beta, there are two impossibilities in it. First impossibility is, if he is intelligent, why will he marry? Second, even if he marries, why will he marry you? She knows how useless that girl is. In the same way, even our prayers that a very good husband, wife should come. अरे if they are good, why will they fall in trap of this samsara? इसलिए बहुत जगह में होते हैं, बहुत अच्छे मेरे पति, लेकिन फंस गए वो कोई बाबा जी में, आप मेरे को प्रेम नहीं. She asked for a very good husband. She didn't know that that husband named Coin, which who has got goodness in one side, because of that goodness one side, the other side he has got, because whoever is good they have to be spiritual. When they are spiritual they are detached. अब बताओ. हर सेज नो नो, ऐसे पति मिलने मिला है जो बाबा जी गीवा जी के नहीं जाते हैं. जो बाबा गीवा के मन नहीं जाएगा वो पति ऐसे दुष्ट होगा. then he will trouble you, torture you only. पति हो या पत्नी हो, जो भी है. You know, we have to be very intelligent in this world to go on thinking with higher intellect to answer the lower intellects, propositions, justifications, etc. Finally, come to conclusion is only one Trishna allowed, that is for Paramatma. That is Jignasa, Mumuksha, Lalasa, which we are going to see now in our शिवानंद लहरी. हो गया बाबा. श्लोक संख्या कितने हुए? 15 हो गया. सो 13, 14, 15 हो गया. एक और देखते हैं, बहुत बढ़िया श्लोक. भीषयत्यपि धीरं माम अंधयत्यपि सेक्षणं खेदयत्यपि सानंदम तृष्णा कृष्णेव शर्वरी. अगेन, भीषयत्यपि धीरं माम अंधयत्यपि सेक्षणं खेदयत्यपि सानंदम तृष्णा कृष्णेव शर्वरी. शर्वरी इव तृष्णा कृष्णा. Krishna means night, dark night. So Sharvari Iva, like the night, this Krishna, Trishna. So Krishna Sharvari Iva Trishna. Krishna Sharvari is deep dark night. Is like that the Trishna. Three things are told here. Very fantastic. Listen carefully. Quickly हम करेंगे इसको. One, कि भीषयति अपि धीरम माम. Otherwise हम धीर पुरुष. धीर पुरुष means intelligent, courageous, brave, very harsh, very strong in my personality. Such a dhira I am, yet bhishayati mam. It makes me a person of fears. एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रात्रि. कितना भी बंदा धीरवान हो, दिन में रात्रि आते ही डर जाता है. सो द तृष्णा इज लाइक द रात्रि. व्हेन इट कम्स, इट फ्राइटन्स मी हु इज अदरवाइज धीर. भीषयति माम धीरम. है कि नहीं? एज आई टोल्ड यू, आई एम प्योर ऑनेस्ट, लिविंग माई लाइफ इन मिनिमम विद वाट एवर कम्स. आई एम ए धीर पुरुष. कहीं सर झुकाने की जरूरत नहीं. अब तृष्णा आ गया, लेट अस से फॉर द मनी, आई हैव टेकन द ब्राइब. सच ए धीर पुरुष आई वाज भीषयति, विल आई नॉट एंटर इनटू दैट भय स्थिति दैट आई विल बी कॉट अप. देख लो बाबा, कैसे एक धैर्यवान व्यक्ति को कमजोर डरपोक ये तृष्णा बनाती है. हंड्रेड्स ऑफ एग्जाम्पल यू टेक. नो, आई एम नॉट स्पेंडिंग टाइम फॉर दैट. माम धीरम भीषयति. Now the examples I tell you, अब देखो, big kings of so much power and valor, Trishna for the other kingdom or Trishna for some women or anyone, all their abilities, strength, energy go away, they become Bhaya Yukta, isn't it? Bhishayati Mam, Dhiram, all our fears because of Trishna. सोच लो, गंभीर पॉइंट है ये. मस्ट कॉन्टेम्पलेट ऑन दिस. वन एक्सप्लेनेशन. भीषयति अपि धीरम माम तृष्णा कृष्णा इव. तृष्णा कृष्णा इव शर्वरी, रात की तरह. सेकंड वन, माम अंधयत्यभिषेक्षणम माम अंधयति अपि स ईक्षणम. So I have good eyes to see, but in that pitch darkness, what is the use of that eye? We are as good as blind only. अब इतना अंधेरा है तो काय का दिखेगा? आंख ठीक ही है. So here I am sa ikshanam means I have the eye of wisdom. I am the Chit Swarupa. Yet when the Trishna comes, am I not blindfolded? Sign of blindness is not knowing where going, definitely going and going only to fall in the ditch. That is the meaning of अंधकार. आंख है मुझे लेकिन अंधा कर देती है तृष्णा मुझे. धीरता है मुझे बट भीरुक बना देती है तृष्णा मुझे. Very knowledgeable, courageous, but I am as if made to be timid and fearful by this Trishna. So to Saikshanam, I have the vision, but I am blindfolded by this Trishna. जब तृष्णा बड़ा होता है ना, सारा ज्ञान भी भूल जाते. धर्म अधर्म विचक्षणा वी फॉरगेट एंड वी लिव लाइफ एज बैड एज एनी अदर इग्नोरेंट पर्सन. See that subtlety of the thought Rama conveying. अंधयति मीन्स अंधयति अभी स ईक्षणम. हाँ है लेकिन फिर भी अंधा. बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ गांधारी. इट्स अ पतिव्रता धर्म, सब ठीक ठाक है कि हस्बैंड इज, she can open the eye and guide him also and guide that stupid children Duryodhanadi. A typical example is of Gandhari. What she has done is impossible to be done by others. That is great, but it is required or correct or not, you have to say. Is there any better thing than that? वो भी अंधे हो गई. And he was attached to son, she was also attached. He never taught him, she never taught. उन्हीं का डिस्ट्रक्शन हो गया. Example I am giving to say how that Trishna or attachment to the son made both of them andha by eyes and by mind. Bhishayatya vimam dhiram, भीषयत्य भी धीरम माम अंधयत्य अपि सेक्षणम. दो हो गए. थर्ड वन, खेदयत्य भी आनंदम. अरे बेसिकली तो हम आनंद स्वरूप ब्रह्म, बट आई एम मेड टू बिकम खेद युक्त. रुकावट के लिए खेद है. खेद मीन दुख, खिद्यते. ताचे आनंद स्वरूप आई एम मेड दुखी. You can see the youngsters, no, either 15, 16, 17, हाँ हो करके चिल्लाते, खुशी से झूमते हुए क्या रहते हैं. Suddenly they get lost in attachment to some stupid girl or boy. उसके चेहरे का आनंद पूरा उतर गया. anybody, the middle-aged woman, इस साड़ी को देखा या गहने को, पूरा चेहरे से मुस्कुराहट निकल गया. Then the husband he comes, the way she receives him, he understand कुछ कीड़ा घुस गया, कोई एडवर्टाइजमेंट देख लिया. इनका तृष्णा आ गया मन में, that खेद आनंद is gone. आनंद is gone, खेद is come. खेदयत्यपि मां सानंदम. है ना, दिस इज आनंद मीन्स आनंद स्वरूप, बट आई एम मेड दुखी by तृष्णा. I am Chit Swarupa, but I am made Ajnani by this Trishna. I am Sat Swarupa, but I am made to be afraid about my death by this Trishna. My death are the things which I get or not. So Satchidanand ko Asat Achit Ananand banata hai ye Trishna. That Asat Achit Ananand is Jiva. So the Ishvara or Paramatma is made into Jiva, a suffering Jiva, by the Trishna. Good explanation. भीषयत्यपि धीरं माम् अंधयत्यपि सेक्षणं खेदयत्यपि माम् सानंदम खेदयत्यपि सानंदम तृष्णा कृष्णा इव शर्वरी. तृष्णा शर्वरी कृष्णा इव, like the pitch darkness की तरह. When the Trishna comes, we become blind, we don't think correctly. Therefore, don't allow that Chintha, Kamana, Trishna for anything, Sankalpa for anything. हा हा हा. अब ये जितना भी गुरु लोग पढ़ाए ना, खुद सोचकर अपने लाइफ के एक्सपीरियंसेस को यूज करके विचार के करके वी हैव टू कम टू आवर ओन डिसीजन एंड प्रैक्टिस. माय लाइफ नाउ विल बी ओनली वन तृष्णा टू हैव भगवत अनुभूति एंड दर्शन, नो अदर थिंग्स. दूसरे चीजें, इवन इफ गॉड हिमसेल्फ कम्स एंड गिव्स, like in the case of Nachiketa Adi, we should have the guts to reject them. Now, because of extreme Trishna, how many gurus, Mahatmas are teaching us the knowledge, we are rejecting them. Do the other way around. Reject all the kamanas, etc. when and seek only the eternal Paramatma. Our Shastras alone tell us the need of it, way of it, possibility of it. Of saying no to Trishna for the world, saying only Trishna for Bhagavad Darsana or Anubhuti. This word, it cannot be Trishna, इसको जिज्ञासा कहो, मोक्षता कहो, भगवत दर्शन का लालसा, दर्शन दो घनश्यामनाथ मोहे अखियां प्यासी. That is a healthy one. तो 16 we have seen. Then Kutila, Komala Sparsha, Vishavaishamya, Shamsini, Dashati, Abhi Manak, Sprushta, Trishna, Krishna. In the next one, the black cobra के साथ इस तृष्णा को कंपेयर करते हैं. In the next one, compared with a Rakshasi. Then the next one is that old creeper. Then it will be compared with Gakhwara Vallari, again creeper in a very dungeon deep gufa. Then in the other one with Manjari. Then Jirna Kamini, then Jarata Nartaki, Trishna Visalata, Jirna Iva Nartaki, Chapala Barhini, Pravrut Tarangani, Lola Iva Pakshini, Chapala Markati. एक श्लोक में the Trishna is compared and told by Rama to us. So many. तो कितना हमको शुद्ध सत्वगुण होना चाहिए सब सोचने के लिए, सुनकर सोचने के लिए. ले आओ फिर वो सत्वगुण को. And with that, when you really listen, analyze, are we not getting cut off each of the snares, each of the jala, for each of the Trishna, for each of the thing? You know, when we understand these shlokas and really free ourselves from this snare of Trishna, we can feel that freedom inside. Experiment करके देखो. वाह, मजेदार. Really thankful to Bhagavan Rama, Vaashishtha Vishwamitra ji, and Valmiki ji for composing and giving it to us. So profound text. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नीमा विद्युतो भान्ति. ओम दासताय सीता तन्नो राम मंगलम ब्रह्म बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यास वामदेव याज्ञवल्क्य भरद्वाजादि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतना की जय। सद्गुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज की आनंद की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मृति राम राम। हमें में आदिवरा शक्ति माता की जय। समस्त ऋषि गुरु देवता गण की जय। समस्त श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास आदि शास्त्र की जय। योग वाष्ट महारामायण शास्त्र की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक से उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापन की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय। आध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय। Don't miss these classes, friends. It is so beautiful. A very good, healthy, strong food for the thought.